So I want to talk about Dumbphones. This is a little series I'm doing, 30 uploads in 30 days, talking about the things that are interesting to me. If you want to see the other ones in the series, check out the description. There's a playlist, you can check that out. But today's topic is Dumbphones. And what do I think about them? What do we all think about them? Spoiler, I like them. I like the fact that they are coming back. I like the fact that there are more and more companies that are taking the time to make better and better Dumbphones, and that whole industry is just getting better. Overall, I do think the smartphone thing is a little problematic. Yes, we have gained so many good and useful tools with smartphones, but at the same time, we've just invited in all of these other problems, like this hyperconnectivity, notifications constantly buzzing in our head. I have a friend who mentioned and was joking that we never hear smartphone studies and they're like, oh yeah, it's great, it's super positive. Typically we hear, yeah, no, it's actually making people depressed, or it's making people anxious, or people can't focus anymore. So it's definitely a serious thing. And I am very glad these Dumbphones are on the rise. I have multiple friends that have Dumbphones. I have a friend with the Light Phone 2 and a friend with the Light Phone 3. I watch content on people who use Dumbphones, and they seem like they're better off without the smartphone. And I've personally gotten a Dumbphone a few times. Obviously, way back in the day, before smartphones were around, I had a Dumbphone, before they were Dumbphones. But after the whole smartphone era, there was two occasions where I got a Dumbphone. There was one time where I got off eBay this flip phone that I did research on, and it got delivered to me, and I actually really liked it. I liked the feel of it. I liked the flip aspect of it. However, it just had some trouble with my carrier, and it either couldn't send messages or receive messages. For some reason, texting was just severely broken, and it was very annoying, and I couldn't fix it online. I had to take it into Verizon. They needed to get a specialist guy to come and look at it. The long and the short of it is that they were saying, oh, to get this to work, you're gonna have to do this with your plan and change this. And I'm on a family plan. It was actually gonna cost us more than just the normal smartphone plan. And it would affect the pricing of the rest of my family. And I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. That's really annoying to change our whole plan just to make this work. So I ended up returning it. That didn't end up working. On a different occasion, I got the Light Phone 2, which I actually really enjoyed. That was my only real experience because the other one didn't work. But the Light Phone 2 was very nice, and it was very interesting, honestly. That one worked great. I was able to just switch the SIM card and it worked. And I could switch it back and forth as I needed. But it's really hard to describe, because you think you can get the feeling of what that would feel like to have a Dumbphone, because I'm one who, we'll get into this later, I super simplify my phone. I keep it really simple. I keep social media off it. I keep the apps limited. I keep notifications limited. That's all well and good. But having a phone that literally only does like two things, just texting and calling, when I had it, it was a completely different feeling. It just felt like this relief. There was a little bit of stress of not having the normal apps, but it was like this serene peace, just the fact that it only did these few things. I couldn't really go to it for much more than that. And that was just really cool. I can't explain it. You almost have to go do the test and see what it feels like to feel what it feels like to have that limited availability. Because in truth, our smartphones really can do anything. And I'm rigorous about it. I don't keep stuff on my phone. I don't really keep a browser on my phone because it's just built with the algorithm to give me articles that just keep me reading. I'll literally go to search something, and then I spend 10 minutes reading an article that was on the homepage because they wanted to keep me there. And then I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Like, why am I here? What am I looking at? I try to not have YouTube on there. I try not to have the browser, but it's just set up in a way that you're gonna wanna re-download things. Setting timers, blocking them, that's all one thing. But uninstalling them, that's another thing, that's another level. If any app kind of pulls you toward it, then maybe just get rid of it. But then you can still reinstall it. The next level is just having a device that just cannot do those things. that's my history with dumb phones. Like everyone, there are tools that I feel like, oh, if I could find a dumb phone that did a few things like this, then that would make me happy. For instance, RCS messaging. I use an Android, and I'm very excited to have better messaging between iPhone users at this point and better group messages. And part of me is hesitant to jump to a dumb phone that goes back to SMS messaging that kind of just breaks all of my group threads again. I'd hate to be that guy that's making the group thread not as good. But at the same time, I have friends in group threads that have dumb phones, and it's SMS, and it's not really the end of the world. We can't send high quality videos to each other in those threads, but we still can communicate, and it's fine, and I'm never that upset about it. I want something with maps, which a lot of them have maps these days. There's all these excuses to keep the smartphone because it's convenient. I think there's this thing that we can reflect on in that convenient isn't always good. Convenience and intentionality don't really always mesh. They're honestly probably at odds with each other, because to be intentional about something, like you are putting effort, maybe additional effort to go approach it a certain way. But convenience is just like being fed to you. Like it's just easy. So where I kind of think things are easy with the smartphone, and some things it's really nice. Certain things are easy with the smartphone. But when it makes everything easy all the time, and I can think, oh, I could do anything. I can check my grocery list. I can take a photo. I can edit photos. I can look up social media. I can look up this article. I had this question about this thing that I wanted to look into. I can do any of those things to fill my time at any point. And I'm trying to block things so that it's really kind of as close to a dumb phone experience as possible, but it's just really hard to maintain. Just because something happens or someone says, hey, can you check this thing? And I have to download something to be able to respond to them or answer. I just hope that as dumb phones continue to rise in today's modern age, that they will continue to get better, they will continue to improve, and they will incorporate a few more features that people need. But yeah, oh man, the pull is always there, especially when I watch people online who have dumb phones. When I see my friends who have dumb phones, I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety that's always there because of my smartphone. And it's almost not noticeable. And I think a lot of us are that way. I think it's not noticeable, but I think it's still there. Tell me in the comments where you stand. Are you watching this on a smartphone? Do you have a dumb phone? Are you interested in a dumb phone? Have you had any experiences with dumb phones or the transition or simplifying your phone or anything like that? I'll say it here. Also, I tend to use the launcher on Android, Olauncher. I think it's a really good minimal launcher, and I come back to it frequently. It really gives you that light phone aesthetic without having to have a light phone. But still, it's not the same exactly. But yeah, give me your tips. Give me your stories. I want to hear about them. And let's simplify. Maybe we just got to simplify our technology. That's all I got for today. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for your time. Trying to remember what I normally say. I will see you in the next one.